And how you doing, everybody? I am Steve, the Backsman Baxley. This is Steve Sporty Balls. How are you this evening? I'm sorry if we are a bit late tonight, but I I had some business to attend, and, and we are here. How's it going, folks? Hope everybody's doing fine. Hmm. I have been busy um, saving my buttocks. Trust me, saving my buttocks is more than I ever wanted to do today. Went shopping with my friends, actually grocery shopping. I'm doing my I'm doing my supper right now. It's a late supper. After the show, I am going to be vacuuming, cleaning, putting things up, putting things in the kitchen, doing dishes, and getting everything set for tomorrow. The hopefully final inspection, and hopefully I will be cleared. The battle of the little invaders known as Le Bug du Bed will be over. Hallelujah. Yeah. Okay, so where have I been? Isn't it obvious where I've been? Yes, I've been shopping with friends. But I want to just tell you that I've never felt better in my life. Uh, the problems of last week, of 2 weeks, the 2 week problems have been all just all but literally figured out. Everybody is cool. And I had a ball putt putt golfing tomorrow. Um, I'll probably be fireworks shopping. Uh, it's going to be a very, very hairy Tuesday. I guarantee you. And with that said, my little buddies, my little palskis, everything is going good. Matt the Wizard Nichols is our producer, and there he is. Matt and Nettie, how you doing? Of course, let me introduce the primal folks in our other studios. In our downtown bureau, it is our producer and gamer reporter, Matthew the Wizard Nichols. And in our Orange Street studios, it is the naked truth, Jay the brain with two ends to avoid legal man. We are here. I am here. And we are slowly building things up to a very nice crescendo. Oh, man, what a day I've had. And this is about the first time I've been home all day. Mm. I'm drinking this new stuff. It's uh it's called GT's Alive. It is an ancient mushroom elixir, and it is lemon lime. And I don't know if you can see this clearly. It is energy, clearing, and mood. So it's very nice. It's got very little sugar in it. So what day should we start getting the Twitch thing? Since you said that sometime in July the L2C Twitch show starts. Matthew, right now, oh boy. Like I said, after this, I got to do a massive cleanup. So we are going to do the getting the Twitch thing going. I'm going to say Thursday. That's the best time for I guess that's the best I can do is say Tuesday because um, I'm not sure whether I'm coming or going or slowing down or trying not to crash. But oh boy, it's been a day. I'm just lucky to be back. I've got a lot to do, and the one thing I remembered I forgot to do was sign a piece of paper. I've signed that. So tomorrow I'm delivering it fast to the kind folks over at management and let them know that I haven't been home all day, which is das truth. Give me a moment here. I know this isn't our usual give me a moment, but give me a moment. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm getting a cross between lunch and supper. So give me a couple of seconds. I'll get this show started, unless, of course, I break my feet. Oh, God, it's been long. It's been a long day. It's just been long. Okay. It says here, it says stir and cover. So, set it up. First things first. Okay, let's cover it back up. And put it for about 2 minutes. Okay. For the life of me, I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why. For the life of me, oh boy. Did I just crack something I should not have cracked? Nope, I'm okay. Ah, get back in there, Smeghead. Right back in there. Okay. I gotta drop you. Move you. Hi. Okay. Hello there. By the way, if you would, please do me a favor, hit the like button. And is that thing even on? Yep. Okay. Uh, it's all good, folks. Okay, here we go. Let's do this thing. I don't know what's going on today. We're ad-libbing this because I was out on the town, paying bills and doing some stuff. And tomorrow, about most of the same thing. All right. The sad news, the big news. Uh, the big news is the United States men's national team sucked. The U.S. men's national team crashed out of the Copa America in the group stage on Monday, losing 1-0 to Uruguay at Kansas City's Arrowhead Stadium. The tournament hosts held on until the 66th minute when Matthias Oliveira scored off a header which left the U.S. with just 3 points after 3 games. It was the perfect outcome for Panama, who beat Bolivia 3-1 and advanced to the quarterfinals with 6 points, while Uruguay topped Group C with a perfect 9 points out of 9. The final scores from the last of the first rounds. U.S. men's national team lost to Uruguay 1-0. Panama beat Bolivia 3-1. And the standings in the group that the USA is in, Uruguay 7 points, that's 7-point goal differential. Panama 6 points, a 1-goal differential. United States 3 points, no goal differential. And Bolivia 1 point, a -7 goal differential. That is our wrap for the United States men's national team. The team officially lose 1-0 to Uruguay, and coupled with their 2-1 loss to Panama on Thursday, they have been eliminated from further play in the Copa America. In the group stage, the team failed to live up to the expectations, being placed in a favorable group and entering the tournament with eyes on a quarterfinal spot. Greg Berhalter's team, though, did not ever put out a solid enough performance at this competition, so they crash out of the tournament like well, you know what. It's a lasting stain on the team's record since Berhalter took over in 2019 and will linger as their next big game does not arrive until they begin the 2026 World Cup. 90 minutes plus 2 additional, the U.S. men's national team are back at it at Uruguay's box, and Christian Pulisic had another promising opportunity, but he sent it over the bar. It is one of those nights for the U.S., and though they have not quit yet, they just couldn't do it. They just could not do it. So once again, the United States men's national soccer team lost to Uruguay and are out of the Copa America. In the NBA, and we're going to about, let's see, we started 11:10. We're going to about 2:11. That's 12:11. Jason Tatum will soon sign the largest contract in NBA history. He and the Boston Celtics have reportedly agreed to a 5-year maximum contract extension projected to be worth $314 million. The deal includes a player option on the final season and a trade kicker. That is all according to ESPN's Wise One, Adrian Wojnarowski. The player option and trade kicker mean that Tatum got everything that a star player can possibly get in a deal like this. And why shouldn't he have? 5-time All-Star led the Celtics to their 18th championship this past season. He just turned 26 in March. This extension will run through the 2029-2030 season, including the player option. Should Tatum pick up the player option, he stands to make $71.4 million. No player in league history has ever made $70 million in a single season before, and Tatum, he could be the first. Previously, Tatum's teammate Jaylen Brown's 5-year extension signed last summer was the largest contract in league history at $304 million. This time next year, the Dallas Mavericks' Luka Doncic will be eligible to sign a 5-year extension worth a projected $346 million, and higher the salaries will go. It is a good time to be a perennial all-star in the NBA, and the season is literally just a stone's throw away. Okay, and the free agency market begins, and this has got to hurt. Day 2 of the free agency has arrived, and major dominoes are falling around the league. Paul George is headed to the Philadelphia 76ers after the two sides agreed to a $212 million contract in the wee hours of Monday morning. News broke on the East Coast around 3:50. George heads to Philly to team up with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey after 5 seasons with the Los Angeles Clippers. Klay Thompson also set to change teams. He intends to ink a $50 million deal with the Dallas Mavericks, but the Warriors have yet to finalize the sign and trade as they say farewell to a franchise legend. With the George and Thompson sweepstakes seemingly wrapped up, eyes turn elsewhere in the market. LeBron remains a free agent, but all signs point to him rejoining the Lakers and playing with his son. It's just a matter of if LeBron will take a discount on his new deal so the Lakers can spend more money elsewhere. DeMar DeRozan remains in free agency as well and could become a Lakers target. Now, while there was not the usual frenzy as free agency opened at 6 p.m. Sunday, there is still plenty of deals. James Harden, Chris Paul, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope all reportedly agreed to new contracts. Harden is staying with the Clippers, while Paul was waived by the Warriors before landing with the Spurs. Hartenstein is leaving the Knicks after 2 strong seasons to join the Thunder on an $87 million deal, and KCP, meanwhile, is joining the Orlando Magic on a $66 million contract. And the other notables, Paul George landed with the 76ers, a 4-year, $212 million contract. The Thunder agreed to a 3-year deal with Isaiah Hartenstein. Warriors waived Chris Paul, who is signing with the Spears. Tobias Harris is heading back to the Pistons on a $52 million deal. Jonas Valanciunas lands a 3-year deal with the Wizards. Derrick Jones Jr. gets a 3-year deal from the Clippers. Kevin Love stays with the Heat on a 2-year deal. And the 76ers signed veterans Andre Drummond and Eric Gordon and bring back Kelly Oubre Jr. Wow. Boom. Shakalaka boom boom. Okay. Speaking of free agency, the NHL is in the free agency deal now. The Stanley Cup final just wrapped up last week, and the NHL offseason is already in full swing. The 2024 NHL draft already in the books and was highlighted by the San Jose Sharks selecting Boston University star Macklin Celebrini with the number 1 pick. With the draft in the rearview mirror, free agency has officially begun Monday at noon. Prior to free agency officially getting underway, the defending Stanley Cup champions checked a rather large item off their off-season to-do list. Florida signed star forward Sam Reinhart to an 8-year, $69 million contract extension that carries a reported average annual value of $8.5 million. Reinhart wasn't the only big name to come off the board on Monday morning. The Tampa Bay Lightning signed winger Jake Guentzel to a 7-year, $63 million deal. That's $9.0 million average annual value. Tampa Bay has acquired Guentzel's exclusive negotiating rights in a trade on Sunday, and we'll have all of this covered right here on the old sporty shows, on the old sporty balls. All right, let's go dancing here. Let's do this. Let's give you tonight's WWE Monday Night Raw recap. As we do so much, so well, yes. And then we've got entertainment news and everything else you want to add it to. We got a lot. This is a Monday that is hot. It's making our balls feel so tingly. All right, let's go to the results of tonight's Monday night WWE action as the countdown begins to the all-new Monday Night Raw and Uncensored on Netflix. Extra value. And as always, we cut through the BS and we go straight into the results. Okay, Michael Cole and Corey Graves were hosts. Pat McAfee uh, was is off on a personal uh, is taking a personal leave. That's how we say. Jay Uzo made some comments, and let's get going here. Karrion Cross with the Final Testament took on Xavier Woods with Kofi Kingston. And the winner of that was Xavier Woods. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's get to match number two. Liv Morgan, the champion, versus Selena Vega for the WWE Women's World Championship. And the winner of that is still Liv Morgan. We then hear from Seth freaking Rollins. And there you go. So he had his say. Let's get back to the action. Dakota Kai versus Zoe Stark versus Ivy Nile in a triple threat women's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. The winner of that was Zoe Stark. Yay! Dominic Mysterio once again took on his father, the legend himself, Rey Mysterio. And if you it up, this is, I think, match three, and Dominic has yet to win one. And the winner was Rey Mysterio. Let's see, we hear from Sami Zayn. And by the way, they're at TD Garden in Boston. Adieux, I say adieux, believe. Alrighty. Drew McIntyre versus Elias Dragunov versus Sheamus in Triple Threat Men's Money in the Bank ladder match qualifier. The winner of that was, Drew McIntyre. And that was all she wrote for tonight. Of course, SmackDown will continue to follow the progress of Paul Heyman, who became Roadkill last Friday night. And if you notice, and we wanted to bring this up to you, you notice that the boys and girls over at Fox decided to implement some censorship. If you notice, most of the action, most of the shots, they had a blank screen. They weren't having technical difficulties, as some may thought, but it was the beginning of a censored era. Now, of course, uh, SmackDown is going back to the USA Network. Don't know if they're going to continue the censoring, but we'll just have to wait and see what happens. The Friday episode, which began with a lot of censoring, was not exactly pleasing to the folks at the WWE or some of the wrestlers. Okay, let's keep going. This is all from Wrestling Inc. Now, with their latest pay-per-view having taken place in the New York City metropolitan area, the AEW roster spent the weekend traveling through one of the crossroads of the world, LaGuardia Airport. Simply passing through it could lead to rubbing elbows with anyone from celebrities to former co-workers. Such was the case for Shane McMahon and one of AEW's top champions. According to PW Insider, Mercedes Monet, formerly known as Sasha Banks, was seen speaking to McMahon at Queens Airport. There is no confirmed word on what the two talked about, though one PWI source claimed they had a conversation about AEW. McMahon had been in the news cycle as of late due to rumors swirling about his possible participation in AEW. CEO Tony Khan confirmed that while he hasn't spoken to McMahon directly, Shane would be welcomed in the company. McMahon is no longer under contract with the WWE and hasn't wrestled regularly since 2019 with his most recent appearance at a media knee injury coming at WrestleMania 39 last year. Shane, being the son of disgraced former WWE chairman Vince McMahon, though, Shane is in no way mentioned in the current sex trafficking investigation against his daddy. Monet won the NJPW Strong Women's Championship on Sunday, defeating Stephanie Vaquer at AEW NJPW Forbidden Door and essentially finishing her story as she was injured in the match to crown the inaugural champion in May 2023. A match she was supposed to win, leading to a lengthy absence which lasted until she signed with AEW earlier this year. She's also the AEW TBS champion. Hey, you didn't think we were going to do all this. Well, we is. Let's just see here what we're going. Let's just see here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, we got a few updates from AEW. Aussie Open has not been seen as a unit on AEW television since October when they unsuccessfully challenged FTR for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, while Kyle Fletcher has remained prominent as a member of the Don Callis family. The other half of the former ROH Tag Team Champions, Mark Davis, has been recovering from a wrist injury, and while updates on Davis have been scarce throughout the first half of 2024, Tony Khan, AEW CEO, provided an update on Wrestling Observer Radio, noting that Davis hopefully will be back soon. Okay, hey, we got wrestling. Wow, it's amazing. Okay, more problems for Diamond Sports Group. Yes, we have to report this stuff. Let me just get things ready. Are we at halftime? Yeah, we got about 2 minutes before halftime, so technically it's halftime. Back in a bit, we got more on Diamond Sports Group and Valley Sportsnet. It's all over. We'll explain all that to you in a few moments. You are watching. Hopefully, you are watching the strangest sports show in the world, and that is Steve's Sporty Balls. We will be right back. We'll be right back. Please stay tuned. dishes. Oh boy. I swear to gosh. Dishes. Dishes. Morning, 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 morning. Red. Anyway, I'm coming back. Hang on. Oh wow, that was something revolting. Okay. Um, I searched the world over, but I found true love. Instead, I got a feeling that okay. So, there we go. There we are. Okay, we're back, and eep, eep, pop, ork, hawk, hawk. There we go. Okay. Well, folks, the Valley Sports RSNs have gone dark on Altice USA's Optimum Cable Systems as negotiations to renew the legacy carriage deal expired at midnight. The operator, which serves 2.09 million video subscribers across 21 states, issued a statement in which it charged Diamond Sports Group was seeking unsustainable demands for the 12 RSNs who were knocked off its channel lineup earlier this morning. In a nod to Diamond's ongoing bankruptcy case, an Optimum rep said it was unreasonable to ask subscribers to shoulder the burden of increasingly high carriage fees when the future of the RSNs remains up in the air. We do not believe it is fair for Diamond to ask customers to pay high rates for their channels when they are still negotiating content rights with various sports leagues and do not yet know what content will be available to their viewers. The spokesperson said by way of a statement issued Monday. The clubs blacked out in their home markets include the Atlanta Braves, Cincinnati Reds, Kansas City Royals, Los Angeles Angels, St. Louis Cardinals, and Texas Rangers. The failure to agree to terms on a renewal with Optimum comes on the heels of their dissolution of Diamond's distribution deal with Comcast 2 months ago. 15 of the Valley Sports RSNs went dark on the cable giant's lineup after Diamond balked at Comcast plans to ship the sports channels to a pricier digital tier. Negotiations have not resumed since the split was made official. While Comcast closed out the first quarter of 2024 with 13.6 million residential video customers, the judge overseeing Diamond's bankruptcy case has said that it remains to be seen if the stalemate will cast a pall over the company's long-term prospects. Quote, whether Comcast is essential to a deal or not, I don't know, Judge Christopher Lopez said last month. Now, if the court remains on the fence as to the significance of the Comcast impasse, the relatively small stakes of the Optimum DSG standoff are unlikely to cause much of a ripple down in Houston where the case is being heard. By Diamond's own reckoning, it has secured renewals with 10 of its top 12 carriers, a roster that accounts for approximately 84% of its overall customer base. A spokesperson for Diamond Sports Group said, yeah, it's disappointing that Altice has chosen to stop airing our channels, and we regret the fans are impacted. We have been engaged in negotiations with Altice with the goal of reaching a fair agreement for Optimum's continued distribution of the Bally Sports Regional Sports Network, even though Bally will no longer be a part of it in name. Unfortunately, Altice has rejected multiple proposals with terms similar to what other distributors have already agreed to, while demanding carriage on a premium sports tier that would require fans to pay more to retain access, demonstrating they are unwilling to let their subscribers enjoy broadcasts of their favorite teams. End quote. In a note to customers, Optimum said it remains open to negotiation with Diamond for a renewal while encouraging Major League Baseball fans to keep up with their home teams via Fubo TV. In late May, Diamond inked a multi-year carriage deal with Fubo, which finished the first quarter with 1.51 million subscribers. Last month, Judge Lopez ruled that Diamond must provide its league partners with anonymized documentation of its carriage agreements with Cox, Charter, and DirecTV. The judge explained that the disclosure of these financial details would be necessary if Diamond is to present a viable plan for emerging from bankruptcy during the confirmation hearing scheduled to begin on July 29th. Ooh, this is all good, yes. All right. And that is, of course, from SPORTY. You'll excuse. Oh, God. This stuff's good. You can get it at Kroger. Okay, while we're on the subjective, let's get on to some entertainment news, which will also include some sports news. All right, let's rock and roll. Free TV Networks, a company launched by Jonathan Katz earlier this year, said it launched Defy, a new digital broadcast network featuring unscripted shows from A&E Networks. The company had originally announced plans to launch the network under the name Dare. Defy is being carried on digital broadcast channels by local TV stations in markets reaching about 85% of the U.S., Free TV Networks said. With an existing large and growing audience, the Defy network features distinctive, compelling, and above all, entertaining programming that viewers truly can't get enough of. No kidding. Katz's digital broadcast pioneer is Katz Network launched Bounce, Laugh, Grit, and relaunched Core TV. The EW Scripps Company bought Katz Network in 2017 for $302 million. So there it is. Huzzah. Okay. We got more. A current AEW star had to vacate his championship due to an injury following Double or Nothing 2024. Adam Copeland, formerly known as Edge, was also forced to relinquish the TNT title due to a fractured tibia. The AEW star in question is Brian Keith. He officially signed with Tony Khan's Tony Khan's wrestling promotion several months ago, and has become a prominent face on TV. Keith is currently out of action due to injury, but regularly appears in segments alongside Chris Jericho and Big Bill. The 32-year-old last wrestled on a May 22nd edition of Dynamite. Besides making waves in AEW, Brian Keith also held the Deadlock Pro Wrestling National Championship for over 10 months. However, it was recently announced that Keith had vacated that title due to injury. Brian Keith is the second AEW star to vacate a title in recent months. Adam Copeland got hurt in his TNT title match against Malachi Black at Double or Nothing. He had to relinquish the gold on the Dynamite after the pay-per-view. But we wish them all well. And here's something fun to know. If you remember, TNT was crying out for reasons unknown that they're going to be out of the NBA business. Well, now they look like they're going into the college sports business with another. They're just partnering with ESPN, but they just signed another big TV deal. That's right. Warner Brothers Discovery has added to its recent mix of live sports rights with a package of Mountain West football games. Warner Brothers Discovery's TNT Sports, although I will continue to call it Turner Sports, reached a multi-year agreement to carry Mountain West college football games on True TV and Max beginning this coming season. It was announced Monday, marking the first time since TBS carried the Big 12 and Pac-12 games in the mid-2000s that the erstwhile Turner Sports networks have aired a regular schedule of college football games. Warner Brothers Discovery previously acquired rights to a handful of college football playoff games in a sub-licensing agreement with ESPN. Can we lower the so I don't have to, keep bending? I love to do this. Okay. I know we got to get to some scores. We're 42 minutes into the show. The season schedule will consist of 14 games, starting with Sacramento State versus San Jose State on August 29th, and will include doubleheaders on September 7th, 14th, and 21st, and October 12th. None of the 14 games involves Pac-12 schools, Oregon and Washington State, who will play primarily Mountain West opponents this season. The Mountain West deal is the latest in a flurry by Warner Brothers Discovery, which is widely expected to lose the rights to its cherished NBA deal once those negotiations are completed. In addition to the deals for the Mountain West Conference and college football playoffs, Warner Brothers Discovery has just acquired the rights to the French Open and Big East basketball just 2 months since its exclusive negotiating window with the NBA expired. Outside the French Open, which will air exclusively on TNT sports networks like TBS and True TV, Warner Brothers Discovery is not the lead partner in any of the deals. If not said explicitly, it would have to be the case that Warner Brothers Discovery ranks third on the depth charts of Mountain West broadcasters between Fox Sports and CBS Sports. It is almost certain that the WBD, Warner Brothers Discovery games, are coming not from the existing Fox or CBS inventory, but from the leftover slate of games that aired under the banner of the Mountain West Network. So, hey, they're getting bigger. They're getting bigger. They're getting some good. They're getting some good stuff. I'm just wondering, hey, TNT, how are you at baseball? Get some minor league games. Come on, TNT. Put the lug nuts on, for crying out Feldman. I'm going to a couple of their games in August coming soon, so please watch out. Oh, God, is that good? Okay, more. Barry Diller and his IAC, the Internet Media and Publishing Conglomerate, is exploring a bid to acquire Sherry Redstone's National Amusements Inc., which is the parent company of Paramount Global. In fact, Sherry Redstone's company owns a controlling stake in it. The New York Times reported Monday, citing anonymous sources, IAC has signed a non-disclosure agreement with National Amusement Inc. to perform due diligence on a deal, per the Times report. Diller, if the name sounds familiar, he ran Paramount Pictures and tried to buy the studio in the 1990s before he was outbid by Summer Redstone, the late father of Sherry Redstone, in March of '94. Viacom acquired control of Paramount in a deal worth about $10 billion. Now, it seems highly unlikely that Sherry Redstone will agree to a deal with Diller that would hand over the keys to her family's media assets to him. Reps for IAC and National Amusements Inc. declined to comment. Diller reported interest in NAI comes after Sherry Redstone last month scrapped merger talks with David Ellis and Skydance Media on a deal that would have merged Paramount and Skydance. After months of protracted negotiations involving National Amusements, Paramount and Skydance, Redstone ultimately backed out because she felt that what Skydance brought to the table was not enough to justify the potential risk to that deal, including likely shareholder lawsuits. Now, at this point, Paramount Global is proceeding under a new strategic plan devised by its three co-CEOs to slash costs, explore the sale of certain assets like CBS, and accelerate the profitability of Paramount Plus via a possible joint venture with another player. As the Skydance talks fell apart, other bidders emerged to scope out a potential acquisition, including Edgar Bronfman Jr., Bain Capital, filmmaker Stephen Paul, and of course, the perennial Byron Allen. So there you go, Miss America. And ladies and gentlemen, Cedar Fair merger with Six Flags is complete. The combined company is now known as Six Flags Entertainment Corporation. Yahoo! In other headlines, Pepsi's most controversial flavor is back. In the food world, few debates are as controversial as whether or not pineapple belongs on a pizza. So it's only natural that when Pepsi entered the pineapple conversation, it caused quite a stir. Now, a year later, we are revisiting the question of whether or not pineapple belongs in Pepsi. This time, the answer is loud and clear. Yes, it does, and it's only from Little Caesars. And starting today, Pepsi is bringing it back by popular demand. The Pepsi Pineapple is a combination of classic cola and the sweet, fruity notes of a pineapple, the perfect, refreshing sip for summer. Best Pepsi flavor, said one fan on Reddit. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it was originally introduced in 2020, but Pepsi bought it back in an exciting partnership with Little Caesars. This year has a whole new look. The beverage now comes in a 20-ounce co-branded bottle instead of the original 16-ounce can. Very nice, everybody. Go get it. The Texas Longhorn Cable TV network has shut down today, but will relaunch as a free streaming channel. That is going to be very good for all of us sports fans. That's right. Uh, Today marked the end of the Longhorn Network, a 24/7 cable TV network dedicated to all things Texas sports. It's now shut down. The $300 million venture from ESPN, the University of Texas at Austin, will now move over to ESPN's SEC network in tandem with Texas, joining the Southeastern Conference today. Now, with this news, though, fans of Texas sports will still get programming dedicated to them as part of a new streaming channel that'll be launching to offer free 24/7 coverage of Texas sports, according to a report from the New York Times' The Athletic. The new free version of Longhorn Network can be found LHN app on Android, iOS, Apple TV, Android TV, Roku, Fire TV, and Chromecast. You can also stream it on their website. Uh, so there you go, folks. Have a good time. Let's see. Top recruits Barry Sanders' son aims to carve his own path in football as Michigan State offers. Oh, goodness. And let's see. Free streaming channels have become sleeping giants as Netflix, Max, and others hike prices. Ooh. AEW planning outside the box return for Sammy Guevara as he and his lovely wife have been with baby. Scusa. And the folks at Cup of Noodles, they want to rethink the way you eat ramen. New s'mores flavor. Let's talk about that. Then we'll get to the scores and then we'll say goodbye and good night and drill. Ramen isn't the first food to come to mind when you think of sweet treats. Cup Noodles is trying to change that with new s'mores flavored instant ramen. The limited edition offering combines microwave noodles with a sauce based flavor blend of chocolate, marshmallow, and graham crackers, plus uh, additional mini marshmallows to sprinkle on top. The result, a sweet and gooey dessert you can prepare in just 5 minutes. While this marks Cup Noodles' first foray into the dessert territory, the noodle maker is no stranger to non-traditional ramen pairings. Cup Noodles Campfire S'mores is the latest in a series of seasonal flavors aimed at shaking up how consumers perceive the brand. Parent company Nissan will sell the $1.18 soup online and at Walmart stores nationally while supplies last. So there you go, folks. All the news that's fit to print and a few other little details. So, folks, get ready to fun and run. Yay. Okay, let us now go from that to time for the scores. That's right. It is time for us to give you all the scores that are fit to print and print to Bertie Beagerberg. That's right. We're at 12:03, which means it is time now to bring you the scoreboard. And let's rock it. Then I gotta start cleaning and start shoveling. And Major League Baseball, 3 games for you tonight on schedule. Astros defeated the Blue Jays 3-1 in 10 innings. The Mets defeated the Nationals 9-7, and also in 10 innings, the Rockies beat the Brewers 8-7. In the Brazilian Soccer League, Palmeiras defeated the Corinthians by a score of 2-0. In the WNBA, Storm lead the Wings in a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter, 95-71, and the Sun beat the Mercury 83-72. Or if you think that's it, are you kidding? Are you nutsoid? Do you need an enema? No? Why? Because we still got more scoreboard and we have about 6 minutes. So we're going to do some scores for you. That's right. And if we don't worry. Be happy. Be happy and content. Let's go Monday. Thank you. And we go to soccer, the round of 16 in the Euro 2024. France beat Belgium by a score of 1-0. And Portugal and Slovenia. Portugal won on penalty kicks. Score, of course, regular score 0-0. In the Copa America Group C, Panama over Bolivia 3-1. Uruguay over the U.S. 1-0. All righty, let's get some more here. In Canadian Premier League action, Halifax defeated Calgary by a score of 1-0. That's right. And we have, oh yes, we do. In the USL League Two, Miami beat St. Petersburg by a score of 3-2. The Seacoast defeated Black Rock 3-0. Midwest United over Michiana 3-1. And Salt Lake City and New Mexico tied at 1. And there you go. That is football, or soccer as you will call. We got any hoopty doopty doopty doos? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The WNBA continues its regular season romp in the fourth quarter. Seattle over Dallas 95-71. And the Connecticut Sun defeated the Phoenix Mercury 83-72. No other basketball games were scheduled or their season rockin' ended. Okay, let's give you a couple more scores before we give you an au revoir, an adios, and a Vita Schnitzel. And then I can go and, it was a final. Suns 83, Mercury 72, Storm beat the Wings 95-71. That is going to wrap it up for a little bit. I do not know why, but that is surprising. Yes, no, maybe, perhaps. And that way I can eat and get some drink down me. And then it's going to be. Okay, so that is it. Do we have any hockey? Anywhere? 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 Nope, no hockey. Okay, tomorrow we're back. Hopefully at our regular time to give you all the scores from all the sports. And until then, keep your shtick on the ice and never eat spinach with a stranger. The producer was Matthew, the Wizard Nichols. Our co-producer was Jay the Brain with 2 N's to avoid legal man. Who was also our coordinating producer. Plus, the executive producers were Steve Exley, Matthew Nichols, Jay Brand. And from all of us here, it has been an honor and a privilege to do this. We hopefully will be back tomorrow at 10 p.m. Hopefully. So until then, I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley saying thank you for tuning in, turning on, and just going completely wacky. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye, everybody.